president temporarily suspending immigration into the United States. What's your reaction to this?
This is another example of the administration announcing something that could deeply affect millions of people's lives without the details coming out. So from Monday evening, when the tweet first went out, 40 million immigrants in this country were all wondering, like, do they have a place to stay? Like, do they need to leave? What's going to happen with their family and their future? And it wasn't until yesterday afternoon that the first wave of actual details of what's in the executive order were released, that were signed.
What's your understanding of who this affects most?
So everyone who's currently in the United States is not affected by this order. Any green card applications that are filed from within these borders will continue to go on. And there's a couple of carve-outs for spouses and minor children of US citizens. But for the most part, this really only affects family members of legal permanent residents or green card holders in the US who are currently abroad.
Now, part of the argument from the administration is that this is to curb job competition at a time when you've got 22 million Americans filing for unemployment just in the last 4 weeks. There's bound to be more. What about that argument?
I mean, I think that everyone is empathetic to the plight of all the Americans that have lost their jobs due to the pandemic and to the various stay-at-home orders. However, there's a significant inconsistency between what the purported goals of this executive order are with what its outcomes will be. And so none of the actual categories that involve work and employment are affected. So that's both on the temporary side, so the H-1Bs and various other work-related visas that allow people to come to the country and work. Those are exempt from this rule, as well as of all of the green cards that are issued on behalf of work, over 90% of them are issued for when the individual is already in the country. So say current students who are transitioning into work-related situations. And so for the most part, like the only people affected by this, if you think about it, are spouses of green card holders. So we're keeping loved ones apart from each other. Parents and children of green card holders and parents of US citizens who are generally not the ones who are going to be competing in the job market.